So gamers and gamerettes, apparently Microsoft just sent out a survey asking players how they'd feel about AI-powered features being added to Xbox Game Pass. Which already sounds like the opening scene of a sci-fi movie where somebody presses a button they absolutely shouldn't have freaking pressed. Imagine sitting down to play Halo and suddenly Game Pass asks,
"Would you like me to finish this boss for you, human?"
No guys, no one is saying Judgment Day is coming, but Microsoft definitely just cracked the door open and said, "Hey Terminator, you busy?" Now, to be fair, Microsoft didn't announce anything official yet. They're just out here like, we're not adding AI, we're just asking. Unless they claim they're gathering feedback, testing interest, figuring out if players want an AI assistant, performance tracker, recommendation engine, a voice mode, maybe, just maybe,
a spiritual guide. Who knows?
Right now, it's all hypothetical, like when a friend asks if running someone over with a golf cart would theoretically be illegal. The hilarious part of it all? This could either revolutionize the subscription service or turn your Xbox into a clingy freaking robot roommate who gives you side-eye every time you uninstall Gears of freaking War. Let's welcome the future gamers and gamerettes.
Or a possible disaster running towards us at 60 freaking FPS.
So, what exactly did Microsoft ask? Because this survey reads like someone at Xbox had a dream about AI, woke up sweating and emailed it to 10,000 freaking random subscribers. According to the report, Microsoft wanted to imagine a Game Pass where AI assists them inside and outside gameplay. That means features like in-game AI assistance, post-match performance analysis, a voice mode because why not let your console talk more than you? Personalized game recommendations based on what you play. Account and activity insights because yes, your Xbox wants to psychoanalyze you now. And guys, just to show they knew what they were doing, Microsoft included a big beautiful answer option called
None do not want.
That's right gamers and gamerettes, they gave you a slam the brakes button in case you read the list and felt your soul leave your freaking body. What makes this interesting guys is that this wasn't some leaked code, it was planned outreach. Xbox, they want to know how far they're allowed to push AI without summoning a riot fueled by Mountain Dew and broken freaking controllers. And guys, don't think they haven't tried this before. They've dipped toes into this space before with Xbox Copilot, an AI assistant designed to help players complete games. Now, is it a helpful feature? Of course, yes, sure it is. But is it a terrifying presence? Absolutely yes. It's like Clippy got promoted and now holds resentment and absolute freaking power. Guys, Microsoft, they're basically standing at the edge of a cliff going, if we jump, will you guys jump with us?
Or push us off.
This survey shows they're preparing for two realities. One, AI integrated gaming becomes normal, smooth, accepted. Or two, Game Pass becomes a battlefield where half the community screams innovation and the other half flings digital freaking tomatoes. Either way guys, this is the first step, the spark, the what if Game Pass had AI moment, and however we respond determines whether this future looks like technological heaven
or the digital version of freaking hell.
Alright gamers and gamerettes, it's time to do something rare in gaming discourse. Time to admit that sometimes AI, well, it isn't actually bad. Sometimes, just sometimes, it actually helps. And trust me guys, trust me when I tell you this, if anyone has roasted AI before into oblivion, it's been me. If a company abuses AI to replace humans or ruin creativity, I grab the flamethrower and go full freaking Doom Eternal on them.
Glory kill included.
But when AI is used to improve gaming rather than bankrupt the studio's art team, when it boosts accessibility, when it makes life easier for my freaking beautiful gamers and gamerettes, then hand me the pom-poms. I am freaking cheering. Let's talk benefits, not doomsday guys. Right now, Xbox Game Pass is huge, and when I say huge, I mean a whale-sized buffet of games. It's so big, half the catalog feels like Steam library you bought during a sale and never touched again. AI-powered recommendations could fix that instantly. Imagine logging in and instead of scrolling endlessly like you're on a freaking emotional Tinder for games you might like, Game Pass goes, "Hey legend, you like Doom, Titanfall and Halo, so here are 3 games with equal amounts of explosion
and questionable life freaking choices."
That right there, that is a feature players would use daily without even realizing it's AI freaking driven. And that's the sweet spot. AI that blends quietly into the background like a ninja but helps like a therapist who, well, actually listens. The performance analysis is another feature. Imagine finishing a match and instead of your friend telling you you're bad at aiming, yeah, screw you man, your Xbox gives you stats, heat maps, accuracy breakdown, mistakes, strengths, basically coaching you without toxicity. This could raise skill levels overall, which means better competitive games, fewer rage quit lobbies, less craziness. Okay, maybe not less craziness, I mean craziness is eternal, but smarter craziness, haha! In-game assistance could actually be a blessing for newcomers, kids, disabled players, or people who don't have time to solve 400-hour RPG puzzles
Just to unlock a freaking door.
You know that moment where you look up a guide on your phone? AI could do that without breaking immersion, without alt-tabbing, without 12 ads about freaking crypto. It could whisper solutions, give hints, guide gently instead of taking over like an aggressive Uber driver. Voice mode, useful for accessibility. Insights, useful for progression tracking. Game recommendations, useful for everyone who has 200 Game Pass titles but plays the same exact freaking 3. So yes, while AI is a loaded word and corporations often use it like glue to fix problems they caused, this is one of these situations where if done respectfully, transparently, and as a tool, not a replacement, players actually win. AI becomes less like a Terminator and more like a convenient but slightly suspicious roommate who helps organize your life instead of stealing your freaking identity. Guys, Microsoft is walking a very tightrope, but if they get it right, Game Pass might become smarter, cleaner, personalized, and shockingly helpful. Now I welcome you all to the Danger Zone, the part of the topic where angels fear to tread, journalists start sweating, and gamers clutch their controllers like freaking holy relics. AI in gaming isn't just a debate, guys. It's a freaking red button with a glowing skull icon that says,
Press me and watch me Twitter explode.
If Microsoft ever actually implements this in the wrong way, Game Pass won't just update, it will detonate like a Mario Kart banana placed directly in front of a freaking F1 car. See guys, players aren't afraid of AI because they hate progress. They're afraid because they've seen what happens when corporations get trigger happy with freaking automation. Studios replace writers with AI, workers lose jobs, characters start sounding like they were raised by Siri, and suddenly the final boss monologue includes phrases like,
As a large language model.
AI misuse doesn't make games better, it makes them feel like a tech demo wearing a freaking Halloween costume.
What's that? Is that the only fear? We're just getting started, my dear gamers and gamerettes.
Immersion death is another fear. Imagine guys, imagine sneaking through a gritty horror game at 2 AM, heartbeat pounding, and then an AI voice pops up and says, "It looks like you're trying to not die, would you like help?" No atmosphere survives that, not even with RTX on and ambient fog set to freaking depression mode. Mix it up with hallucinations, AI hallucinations to be specific, and we've got a brew party. AI hallucination is a feature where AI explains how to solve a quest by directing you to a door that doesn't exist, guarded by a dragon that isn't real.
All while the game you're playing doesn't even have freaking dragons.
If Microsoft drops AI hints into Game Pass without quality control, thousands of players are going to be wandering fictional hallways asking NPCs why the guide lied. And trust me guys, there will be controller freaking casualties. The survey itself even acknowledges this freaking landmine. It offers a none of the above option, not out of courtesy, but because someone at Microsoft knows this feature could go down like a flaming bus filled with loot boxes if gamers feel forced into it. AI cannot nag. AI cannot interrupt gameplay like a clingy ex. AI must behave like a quiet raptor. Clever girl. Never seen, only felt. And finally, let's talk optics. The gaming industry has already watched AI cost artists, QA, and developers real human freaking jobs. So, when Microsoft talks about integrating AI, skepticism is automatic. Gamers don't want AI writing lore, generating assets, voicing NPCs, or replacing creativity. We like our worlds lovingly crafted by humans, not procedurally cuffed out by a machine that thinks gravity is a suggestion. So, yes guys, I cannot believe I'm actually going to say this. I actually believe AI could help Game Pass. But if handled poorly, it could turn Xbox into a child with abandonment issues. It could spark the next great gaming civil war. It could make a million Reddit threads cry out in terror like Iran. Because when you mix AI with gaming, the stakes aren't just high, they're freaking nuclear. We're finally here guys, standing at the crossroads of innovation and insanity. Microsoft didn't commit to anything yet, but even asking the questions means the wheels are turning. AI on Xbox Pass could become one of the biggest evolutions the platform has ever seen. Or one of the funniest disasters in gaming history since Assassin's Creed Unity decided showing your faces inside is a freaking good idea. If used wisely, AI could guide players, personalize experiences, boost accessibility, and turn Game Pass into a living ecosystem that adapts to every gamer and beautiful gamerettes. A future where your library isn't just a menu, it's curated, responsive, and smarter than your sleep schedule. But mishandled, implemented without caution, we'll get a talking console, a hallucinating hint system, a UI made down powerful enough to run player freaking backlash. AI isn't good or bad. It's a tool, and tools become dangerous only when used without care. So for now, Microsoft holds the detonator and the blueprint simultaneously. If they get this right, Xbox could enter a golden age of convenience and intelligence. If they get this wrong though, well, more content for us
To roast.
What do you guys think? Will AI in Game Pass actually improve player experience and help revolutionize it, or is it just another catastrophe in the making? Drop your thoughts down below, preferably before freaking Judgment Day. And guys, thank you once again for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content in the future. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.